All right, looks like we're live.
All right.
All right, so I guess we'll give people a few seconds to join in, and then we'll do some intros, and then get our watch party started. Welcome as people join in.
Let's see, I gotta pull up Facebook over here so I can. Oh, looks like we got 4 viewers. All right. So, Paul, you want to start rolling on the intros and?
Sure. I guess while I do that, you can try to pull up your Facebook and start your watch party, and then I'll do vice versa as you give your intro. Thanks for joining us today, guys. So today it's going to be an all-array digital lunchtime live, a little bit different than normal. But we wanted to take today and kind of highlight our website giveaway that we do every year. And this year we're doing this website giveaway for our healthcare heroes, is what we're calling it. So basically any nonprofit that is in the medical field, especially if they're doing anything with COVID relief or research or anything of that nature. Obviously, this year has been a pretty interesting year with the pandemic, so we wanted to kind of get back in that front. But we'll touch on that a little bit more soon. So I'll take a step back and introduce myself for anyone that may not know me. So I'm Jamal Anderson. I'm the project manager at Array Digital. Been here for about 5 years, even before it was Array Digital, working with Eric when it was still 80/20. And also with me is Jake Maines, our creative director, and I'll let him kind of give his own spiel.
All right. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. We're stoked to be here with you guys talking about our website giveaway. We are giving away a website to a nonprofit in need. Specifically this year, they are in the healthcare sector. With all the craziness going on this year, we want to give back to a healthcare nonprofit with a free website. So today we're going to be talking about the key components to a website and really what you need to make sure that your website is successful. With that being said, we really want your help to spread the word about, obviously the key things that you need on a website, but also the website giveaway. So if everybody that's on right now can take a second, share this feed to your Facebook news feed. It'll really help us to spread the word about our nonprofit giveaway. You might not be a nonprofit yourself, but I'm sure that you're connected with someone that is working with a nonprofit, and it would be really helpful if you could share this on your feed. All right, Jamal, did you start a watch party on your Facebook?
I sure did.
I
think I ended up just sharing the one that you shared. So
okay, cool. Well, that'll work. I don't know how to do a watch party.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think it might have to. I think I've only been able to do that off my phone. Actually, I don't know if I've done it off of the browser before, but either way, it still shares the live stream as a live, and I think it might just not alert people, but I think we can keep it rolling.
All right, sweet. So let's talk about the website giveaway first, and then we'll get into some of the key things that everyone needs on their website.
Cool. Yeah, and at any point throughout this live stream, feel free to ask us questions about any of the stuff we're talking about. We'll kind of answer questions as we go, and then if we miss any, we'll circle back at the end. But yeah, we've already mentioned kind of the prerequisites for the most part of the website giveaway. But I guess we can talk a little bit more about what it entails. So we're not just giving away the website itself. What's up, Zach? We're also going to be doing a little bit of strategy for that company as well. So we're going to be doing a full digital marketing strategy. So we're basically going to take the things that you're doing now, kind of do an audit and give you guys feedback on, maybe your advertising, your SEO, your social media, kind of just your digital campaign as a whole. And how that relates obviously to the website. So digital marketing is more than just a website or more than just social media. So it's a whole package deal and how everything flows together. So we'll be giving you a full synopsis and analysis on that.
Yeah, your website is really kind of the groundwork for your entire digital marketing efforts, but advertising, social media, and how you show up in Google search is really what's going to drive traffic to that website and convert people into leads or All right. Did I freeze? Yeah.
You froze right after Leeds. You're still good.
All right. Cool. Well, I need to upgrade. Obviously, Verizon Fios isn't that amazing. All right. So yeah, we'll be doing a strategy, and we'll also be building a brand new website for the nonprofit that is the winner of our giveaway. And the website will consist of up to 20 pages and full backend access for you to update your content. It'll be WordPress, and it'll be mobile responsive, obviously. And yeah, we build really great websites, if I do say so myself. So yeah, we've done this for the past couple of years, giving away a website to a nonprofit in need, and we are definitely super excited this year to help out some of our nonprofits in the healthcare sector.
Yep, just like Jake mentioned, it's going to be a WordPress, so it's going to have all the built-in functionality in the backend, so it'll be very easy to hand off to whoever we are handing it off to as far as adding new users or changing page content, things like that. And we'll obviously do an hour or two training session on ways to update your website and making sure stuff like that is updated, because that is going to be very important ongoing as well. So it looks like one person is asking where do they submit and how. So if you see on the screen right now, it says the website link, and we'll see, maybe one of our team members can post it in the comments as well. But it's going to be our website, so thisisarray.com/nonprofit, and then it'll have all the directions and information there. And it looks like a couple people just posted the link all at once, so perfect. But yeah, if you go to thisisarray.com/nonprofit, you'll be able to get all that information and submit all through that one webpage.
Yep, it should also be in the description of this live stream. So if you share the live stream to your news feed, you'll help us out and share it even further, so that if you have other nonprofits in your network, that we can really expand the reach of this and make sure that we can get the word out about this giveaway. So go ahead and if you haven't already done so, click the share button on the Facebook stream or whatever platform that you're on, and let's really share this out with your network. That would be fantastic.
Awesome. So I think we've rambled enough about the giveaway. We can kind of touch on it at the end again, but maybe we can jump into those top 5 things that we look for while we're building websites and updating websites.
All right.
So starting with number 5. So fast load times. And so this is for a website as a whole, but also for each individual web page. So generally, just best practice, we like for all of our web pages to load under 3 seconds. There's a few different reasons for this. Probably the most obvious one is, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a website and it took forever to load and you just get frustrated and end up just leaving and trying to visit the next website. You're not alone. That's pretty much everyone these days. Convenience is king for everything that's happening. So like I said, under 3 seconds is generally the goal. That 3 second mark is not just arbitrary. It's kind of a standard by Google as well. So Google does take in page speed as a factor when it's looking at what websites are legitimate and what websites it wants to rank, as well as just what landing pages it wants to rank. And then obviously, like I said in the first, it's just good user experience to have a fast website so people can get in and out.
Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head there. Don't know that I have much to add to that. Yeah, solid.
So yeah, I mean, as a part of the fast load times, just here at Array Digital, we've been kind of experimenting with different things. I know a lot of times you might see a website that has a lot of stuff that makes it kind of bloated, like a lot of videos in the header or a lot of animation, a lot of sliders. So you'll notice that kind of the websites that rank high in Google don't always have a ton of moving parts. A lot of it is just pretty device content. It's going to give you exactly what you need. It's not going to be super fancy necessarily. It'll look clean, it'll look good, but it might just not be as flashy as some of the other sites that you may notice. So just another kind of tidbit there. Yeah,
we do try to make all of our websites load under 3 seconds and avoid adding big videos to, especially on the home page, or a bunch of sliders.
Mhm.
The next one that we'll hit on is really ties in. See, there we go. Yeah. It's all about convenience and having things fast. So it's not just your internet speed, but also your so obviously I need to upgrade my internet again, but yeah, let's move on to number 4, which is Google Search Optimized. So Jamal mentioned that the website load time is one of the important factors going into how Google picks up your website and decides what to rank it. There's also plenty of other factors that we have analyzed and that Google sometimes tells you about that go into how they rank your website. One of these factors is the keyword. So each page on your site should be optimized for a specific keyword. You want to make sure that it's relevant. Ahead of time, you can do a Google search for the keyword that you think people will be searching for when they are looking for your business, and you'll optimize each page on your site for that respective keyword. Maybe you have 4 core services. Each service page should be optimized for that keyword, and this will help you to show up in Google search. This also includes things like the images on those pages, adding alt tags to those images that are relevant to the keyword that you're optimizing for, making sure your heading tags are correct. So all of these things are taken into consideration when we are building out websites, and will be taken into consideration when we build out the website for our nonprofit giveaway. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are giving away a website to a nonprofit in the healthcare industry. So we have the link at the bottom of the stream here. It's also in the description. If you know a nonprofit in the healthcare industry that could use a new website, share with them this link and have them apply.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know if there's really a lot more to mention on that. So yeah, I think outside of the website, just another thing for Google search is, I know we've been putting a lot of emphasis on Google My Business as well to tie into the websites. I've even kind of taken some of the stuff that I've learned from Ray Digital and put it into some of my side businesses, and it's helped a lot. So even sometimes when my website isn't ranking, I've seen my actually my GMB popping up even without my website listing. So all kind of stuff, like I mentioned, when we do the digital review, we'll give you guys that full synopsis. But yeah, I think the next one's actually going to be one of the bigger ones. So I think we should move to number 3, which is relevant content. So this is kind of a broad topic when we're talking about relevant content. So this is going to refer to words on the page, call to action, pictures. So whenever someone lands on your website, you want to really be talking to the person that you want to call you. So a lot of times with websites, they'll try to make things too general. And so they'll try to kind of just speak to anyone that may land on the website. But if you have a specific target audience, you want the images, you want the headers, you want the taglines, you want all of that to be speaking directly to that specific person or that specific industry, especially your call to actions when you're trying to get someone to actually contact you.
Right.
So for instance, if you know, let's take medical, for instance, if you know you're in the medical industry, and again, let's stick with, I guess, the pandemic as a theme. So you are pushing, let's say, rapid COVID tests. You want that to be prominent on whatever landing page or web page that people are landing on. And obviously, if you're speaking about rapid COVID tests, you're speaking of people that may have symptoms and or people that may have come in contact with someone with symptoms. So you want all of those things to kind of pop up very quickly so that people know that they're on the right page or they're on the right site, that, so they can continue to scroll down and not see anything that they're looking for and then bounce out very quickly. And with that being said, a lot of that stuff you're going to want above the fold. And so when we say above the fold, when you first load a website, either on your phone or on your laptop, literally the first thing that you see without scrolling is what we consider above the fold. So you want all of that to be very prominent. And again, you want it to be obvious for people that they're at the right spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So for our homepage, we are targeting law firms, medical practices, and home service companies, and looking to help them with their digital marketing efforts. So right above the fold, we tell exactly what we do: bold marketing for law firms, medical practices, and home service companies. Did I freeze again? Oh, all right. And we also have a strong call to action. Call to actions are important. So right above the fold, we say, see if we're a fit. And we have a link to schedule a call with us where we can talk more about your marketing and make sure that we are a good fit for you and if you're a good fit for us. So I think those are super important. Also, definitely ties into the SEO efforts that we were just talking about. If you're optimizing for a specific keyword and you've researched what keyword that you want to optimize for, it should be something that your target audience would be searching for when they are thinking about your business. And if you're really keeping that in mind, your content will really flow the right way and you'll include the right content on your site.
Right, and it looks like we have a question. Hopefully I pronounce it correctly. I think it's Sharina is asking a question. When it comes to images, does it really matter what the title is or the alt text? Jake, do you want to answer that one?
Yes, 1000% yes, it matters. Google definitely takes into consideration your alt text, and the title is also a factor. So make sure that you're using relevant alt text, and yeah, that you are image heavy on your page, because Google is picking that up. Plus, it makes for a good website that doesn't just have a wall of text.
Yeah, so I think the key point for that to remember is that Google, they're not necessarily having thousands or hundreds of thousands of people review every website. They're using automation and bots to kind of crawl websites. And so they're looking at the HTML, they're looking at some of the scripts that you have on your site. And so that alt text is going to be very important when they're looking at things, because they're not going to be able to just scan the image all the time. So they are going to be looking at those titles and that metadata and that alt text.
Yeah, and when it comes to images, again, make sure that you're using nice photos. If you're going to build out a website yourself, make sure you get professional photos taken for your site. It definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah, think about it just like selling. For instance, if you were trying to sell a house, you'd want to get nice professional photos versus just rolling around with your iPhone or your smartphone. Try to make it look as pleasant as possible. And a lot of times, the better the image, the more you can do with it. So a lot of smaller images you won't be able to use as like banner images or big call to action sections or anything like that. They'll probably just have to be small squares on the page. But yeah, the better quality of the image, the more likely people are to engage with your content.
Solid. All right, I think we're ready to move to number 2. But before we do, let's just mention it again for everyone that is just tuning in or hasn't heard us ramble about it yet. We are giving away a website to a nonprofit in the healthcare industry. So if you are tuned in and you are working with a nonprofit in the healthcare industry, we have the link at the bottom of the feed here, as well as in the description. So click that, submit for our nonprofit website giveaway. We're giving away a mobile-friendly website. It'll include all of these top 5 things that we're listing off here within the website. And if you aren't working with a nonprofit in the healthcare industry, please do us a favor and share this feed to your news feed so that people that you're connected with can see it, and maybe you can help them out if they have a website that isn't up to par, and we can help them to build a new website to help out their volunteers, the people that they're working with in their target audience.
Perfect. All right, number 2. All right, so social proof. So in a nutshell, when we say social proof, what we're referring to is kind of any evidence that you do good work or that people appreciate what you're doing. So that can be anything from client testimonials to reviews to even, a nice social media following where people are actually engaging back and forth with you. But definitely, we like to highlight client testimonials on our websites, generally throughout the website. So any relevant page. So if you have any specific service, if you have a testimonial for that specific service, we like to highlight that on that landing page or on that web page. Again, that just helps people understand or realize that it's not just some Joe Smo doing the work. You're a legitimate company and you provide value to your clients. Similar with reviews on Google and Facebook and other really any platform that you can get reviews, it's gonna help benefit you.
Yeah, one other thing is awards. So uh, definitely, if you've won awards, highlight them on your site. If you haven't, start searching for awards, and if they're out there and you qualify, apply. Shout out to Zach Miller for that quote. He's continuously repeated that, and we have gone out and we've applied for many different awards, and now we're able to highlight those on our website, and it really shows. Especially in the area, if it's local awards, it really shows credibility, and then if it's industry related awards, it gives even more credibility for the work that you're doing.
Yep. And on that same vein of awards, if you guys have any certifications, I know in the medical field there's a lot of different certifications or even medical organizations that you can be a part of. So if you're sitting on a board somewhere, or if you're just in part of any group that is recognized, that's very good to post. Even if you're not in the medical field, there's always meetups or different organizations. Like I'm part of PMI, Jake's part of AMA. All stuff like that is good to kind of use as part of your brand, just to show one that you either give back through those organizations and or you are a part of any kind of organization that is legitimate.
All right, you ready for number one?
Number one, the final countdown. All right, so mobile friendly. So I'm sure it's not a surprise to anyone that most people are looking at websites on their phone. Although everyone has a computer generally. Most of the time, when you're just randomly searching for stuff, it's going to be on your phone or tablet. And so this kind of plays into fast load time as well, because generally, if you're on the go, you're not going to be connected to Wi-Fi. So you want to make sure that you look at those load times on desktop as well as on mobile. A lot of times it's pretty easy to get a fast load time on desktop, and it's a little bit more challenging to get a good score or a good load time on mobile. But yeah, definitely the research shows that the majority of web traffic is coming from people's mobile phones these days.
Yeah, I think that's actually the biggest problem that we've seen when people come to us to work with us and they need a new website is their website isn't mobile friendly. And that's a pain point that we are able to solve. So one of the best things about this nonprofit giveaway is that we're building with mobile in mind. We build our website mobile first. So they aren't mobile responsive. We build them out as if we're looking at them on a mobile device, and then when we expand it, they are desktop responsive. So yeah, that's it's obviously the most important factor here, and a pain point that we're able to solve, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and a lot of times elements that you may have on mobile or desktop don't actually size properly from one thing to another. So a lot of times we'll make different views with the same elements for mobile versus tablets versus desktop. So you still get the same experience, but you don't have to worry about images scaling as you shrink the screen, or words not dropping down correctly, or having a wall of text on mobile even though it's only like 2 lines on desktop. So there's definitely a lot to think about when it comes to different screen size, and obviously different industries will have different percentages of people that will be on mobile versus desktop. But again, really across the board, it's going to be mostly mobile at this point, especially as smartphones and tablets become more prominent as far as capabilities. Because honestly, I rarely use my laptop outside of work at this point. It's usually just searching on my phone. There's apps for everything these days, so really just all mobile all the time.
Awesome. So yeah, that completes the countdown, and I think we're at 25 minutes or so. So we'll touch on the nonprofit giveaway one more time. I've been rambling about it for a while now. So Jamal, why don't you close it out. And it looks like we have 12 people on right now. So while Jamal's talking about this, I would love for you guys to click the share button on your on this live stream, whatever platform that you guys are on. Share this live stream with your newsfeed, with your friends, and help us to expand the reach so that nonprofits out there see it and can submit so that we can help to build them a brand new website. They're doing a lot, especially with all of the craziness going on. They're doing so much for us, so we'd love to help them out. So help us by sharing this news feed or sharing this feed in your news feed. And I'll let Jamal talk a little bit more about the nonprofit giveaway before we wrap this up.
Cool. So yeah, I think we've talked about the details a lot. We're going to be giving away a website. It's going to be WordPress. It's going to contain all the 5 elements that we just walked through. As well as that, we're going to be doing a full digital marketing review. So we'll give you guys feedback on your website, any advertising you're doing, any social media you're doing, and any SEO that you guys currently have. And I guess I don't know if we've said this yet, but the deadline is going to be next Friday. And then we'll take a little time and decide which nonprofit is the winner. But yes, again, the deadline is next Friday. So if you do share this now, it will be saved as a video, so people will be able to watch it back later. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really it. I think we've hit on it enough at this point.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned with our feeds, and we will be announcing the winner of the giveaway in the next few weeks. But continue to share this, and hopefully we can get some more submissions from nonprofits in the healthcare industry.
Yep, and stay tuned for next Friday. I think it's going to be Eric and one of our SEO experts, Taylor, talking about SEO and kind of the benefits of it and the little more intricacies of it. So that'll be, I think, really interesting. I think SEO is kind of the ugly stepchild sometimes that people don't think about when it comes to digital marketing. So it'll be a good listen. All right. And then other than that, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday.